everybody, I'm Jim, this is Warren, and you're watching Talking Vintage, brought to you by Decades You Claim Vintage Depot, located at 502 West Brennan Road, Lakeland, Florida, 33813. Today is February the 7th, and this is show number 53.
Week after our
anniversary show. Yeah, that was last week, Warren's secret anniversary show. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about some upcoming events that we have coming up at Decades You Claim Vintage Depot. This Friday, which is the 10th, we have our Sweetheart of a Deal event, our Valentine's event. It's from 5 to 8. It's a 10-20 event, which means 10% off everything that is regularly priced in the shop and 20% back in the form of Decades dollars that you can use at a future purchase. Let's explain that a little bit. You come in, you want to buy something, like these Pokemon, okay, 15 bucks, you're going to get 10% off, which is $1.50, so it's going to be, $13.50 for these, and then you're going to get 20% back in the form of Decades dollars. We round it down, sorry. So you're going to get $2 back in the form of Decades dollars that you can use at a future purchase. And Decades dollars are just like that. They're like Monopoly money, but they spend like cash here at Decades. So that's what a 10-20 event is. And this coming Friday is the Sweetheart of a Deal, our Valentine's event. And it's from 5 to 8, and it's a 10-20 event. So if you're in the area, come and check that out this Friday. Also, this is Customer Appreciation Month. We like our customers, and we appreciate our customers. You've got 3 different ways to win. Come into the shop, and we'll explain those to you. One of them is really easy. All you have to do is walk in the door, and you have a chance to win. Yeah. And the other 2 aren't very difficult at all either. So there's 3 chances to win. And we've got a basket that we're giving away that has some items from the shop in there, and then a gift certificate, and then the others are gift certificates too. We might even be able to put baskets together for them. But anyway, so
Can I win?
No, you can't win.
I can't win?
Nope.
Just the customers only. Okay.
Yeah, just the customers. So that is this Friday from 5 to 8 for the Sweetheart of the Deal and the Customer Appreciation. Of course, it's already started, so some people who have been in the store already know about that. Today in history, in 1904, there was a big fire in Baltimore. Do you remember that?
No.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I read
He's
about
not
it.
quite that old. Okay. I'm not sure what happened. In 2013, Mississippi officially certified the 13th Amendment. It took them a while.
It did.
It wasn't quite a long time, guys. What were you doing over there? Birthdays today on the 7th of February. Ashton Kutcher and Charles Dickens. That's a pair.
That is quite a pair.
That is a pair. I got another pair for you. This is a good pair. Chris Rock and Garth Brooks. What a concert that would be.
That'd be crazy.
You go and you watch Chris Rock, or you go and you watch Garth Brooks, and then Chris Rock. I would like that.
You think
I would like
come
that.
smack them in the face?
No. I'm not. No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
Okay.
Yeah, you go to smack Garth Brooks. That might not be a good thing. He might.
No, I wouldn't
Yeah,
do it to him.
yeah. All right. It's also National Send a Card to a Friend Day. Sorry, I didn't send you a card.
What kind of card?
Card.
Birthday card?
Card. Card.
Congratulations card?
Just a card.
A card. Baseball card?
If it's not your birthday, you can't send it to you.
I like.
All right. Today is also National Jack Day. Jack. Happy National Jack Day.
Let's go.
That's Jack.
Who's Jack?
Jack.
Hi,
It's
Jack.
his day.
Oh, hi, Jack.
Okay.
Jack Daniels?
Well, you can do that if you want to.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Shopping vintage.
I'm distracting him.
Besides trending and not trending, which is what we talk about a lot, what you're going to find at a shop, what's trending is going to be there, what's not trending, whatever. Location plays a huge role on what you will find. Okay? I mean, location in the shop, big
Your
role.
items,
I mean, just even here in
are-
Lakeland, if you go to one shop, you're going to find, like more furniture than our shop. If you go to another shop, you might find fine jewelry, which is something we don't have. So location, not just, area, but location, different shops in the area or whatever. Like, okay, let's just take an example of, another location example, from different states. If you go up north, you're going to find more vintage dairy products than you would down here. Okay, and in the south, you'll probably find more primitive type things, you know.
Americana type stuff too. Like,
Well, I mean, that's kind of everywhere,
Yeah.
but, you know, so you go to a rural area, you probably find, you know, more primitives than you would in an urban, a city or whatever. And you probably find more collectibles in a city, I would think. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just because of the concentration of people is one thing, but, you know, so what plays a big part of what you're going to find in the store is the store you're at and the location the store is at. You know, I know that here in Lakeland, our stores are vastly different, you know, from one to the other,
Right.
pretty much. And then I know that when I travel, I go to stores in other states, and I see things that I don't see here in Florida just because they're more prevalent in that region. All right, moving on. Vendor corner. Da-da-da. We're going to help you. Yep, if you're a vendor, okay, this is a common question we get. I need help. Vendors asking for help, okay? They're not selling well, and they ask for help. Well, number one, price isn't number one. Okay, so if you're not selling, just by marking something down doesn't mean you're necessarily going to sell it. It's a good way to get rid of items that you've had for a while, but just to go in and blanket mark down is not going to do you any good. That's why, you know, at some stores like Decades, we don't allow you to put your booth on sale. We have times and sales that the shop controls. Even though we do have the new one, it's the vendor of the week, where that vendor can put a sale on that particular week. That's just once, you know, once in a while for that vendor. But anyways, price isn't number one. Okay, what is probably number one is your volume and your display. I don't know if we've ever talked about the 30% rule, that you generally sell 30% of the items that you bring into a shop. So if you only have 10 items, you're only going to sell 3. Okay, you got it? So it's 30%, 130 of them. So volume plays a big role in that. So if you don't have enough in there, you're not, you know, on the 30% rule, you're not going to make money, you're not going to sell. So you got to get it in there, but then, you know, you got to look at display too. If they can't see it, they can't buy it. So you have to move stuff around. You know, we talk about that, shuffle your booth or whatever.
Sure.
But that's what we're talking about, getting it to where somebody can see it. So those two things are very important, and more important than the price. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you can just put whatever you want to on a particular item, because people are bargain hunters, and you know, people who do collect are going to know the prices and the values of things. So, but it isn't number one.
do you suggest that displaying your stuff, that you should put like kind things together, or make it a
Yeah,
mismatch?
I mean, you know, yeah, because if somebody comes in and they're, you know, for you, for instance, and they're looking for trains, if all the trains are in one spot, they can look through them.
Right.
If they're not looking for trains, they move on to the next thing that you have. You know, another thing that can help you out is just source cheap. You know, make sure you're sourcing cheap. I don't want to, you know, I'm not dwelling on price, but just source cheap. That'll help you out. And then try new stuff. You know, just because you don't like it doesn't mean it won't sell. So try new stuff. You know, broaden your selection in your booth. Add a few things on there. I know that when I pick, with my girlfriend Terry, we will pick something up, and it's almost, you know, it's like super ugly or super funny or super out there, and we buy it anyways just to see if it'll sell, and often it does, you know, because you got to get out of your box there and buy something different. Okay, closing, because we're running over time. This
Are
has
we
been a
already?
long show. Oh my gosh. Moving on. Okay, closing. Sweetheart of a Deal is this Friday. From 5 to 8. It's a 10:20 event. We talked about the early show on Customer Appreciation Month here at Decades Reclaimed Vintage Depot. And I've got 2 jokes, and I'm going to go real fast here. Joke number 1. Are monsters good at math? No, unless you count Dracula.
Oh my, that's up, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Better than last week. Last week.
I
was
realized
bad.
it's been years since I did the Hokey Pokey.
Oh.
I guess I forgot what it's all about. Okay. Hey, this is Jim. That's Warren. We appreciate you watching Talking Vintage. We'll see you next time. Have a great night.
See you guys.